what's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. Today we're doing another Throwback Thursday tutorial. If you're new to my channel and you're not familiar, I'll fill you in really quickly. Every single Thursday I do a makeup tutorial using an older throwback palette, okay? For this week's tutorial, I obviously wanted to do something kind of Valentine's Day, sweet, smoky, sexy, in that family. So this is the look that I did for this week's Throwback Thursday, and it's using the Too Faced Matte Eye Palette. I love this palette, it's amazing. I was obviously inspired by this sweater that I'm about to tear off my body because I'm freaking burning to death. All right, I need to wind it all back in, lock it all back up, and let's get on with the video.
So first we need to prime our lids. I'm taking the Bella Pierre makeup base. It's just kind of like a little painterly paint pop type situation. So I'm going to blend this all over my lid in preparation. And now I'm going to use the Too Faced Matte Palette. And I'm going to take the Velveteen Bunny Shadow. It's just a light creamy shadow, and we're just going to use that to brighten up the lid. It also kind of works as a smoothing base on your eye to help blend out your future colors. Next, with the same F35 brush, I'm going to take the Tufted Suede Shadow, which I think is the funniest name in the world. I was like, Tufted? What the heck is this? I'm not fancy enough for this word. But anyway, you're just going to blend that into your crease. It's kind of going to be our transition color. It doesn't show up a ton, but it peeks through a little bit, and it's again, just going to aid in helping us blend out our dark smoky eye. Then going in with Chinchilla with the Sigma Beauty E25 brush, I'm going to focus this on the outer corners of my eye. But as you can see, I'm actually bringing it above my lid. Like, I'm kind of making my crease a lot higher and a lot farther out than it really goes. Just because when I do these all over dark looks, I like to kind of have like a big eye effect. I don't like them to be small. I kind of try and blow it out as much as possible. So that's why I'm bringing that crease shade really up onto over my crease. And then from here, I pretty much had no idea what I was doing, and then all of a sudden I was inspired by my shirt. So I took this Studio Gear gel liner in the shade Invincible Lapis. It's like a really dark blue. They used to sell it at Ulta Beauty, and then it was like discontinued in stores, but you can order it on the Studio Gear website. This is a little Essence Beauty brush, also from Ulta, and I just kind of spread this all over my lid. Make sure you stay underneath your crease, just because if you get too choppy out there, you're not going to get a really smooth and soft transition to your highlight area. And then after that, I'm going to take this gorgeous blue color. This is London Fog in the matte Too Faced palette with a Serenity and Scott blending brush. And I just packed that all over that gel liner before it dried all the way. And then I'm also going to start kind of fluffing that into the crease. I did have to use a few layers of this shadow to get it to be as pigmented as I wanted it. So really keep that in mind. I did have to pack on a lot of shadow. And then following up with one of my favorite brushes, this is the Sigma Beauty E36. I just took it clean without any shadow on it, and I was just running it in between that navy blue and all those brown tones we were laying down, and it kind of melted it into this nice transition, nice fade there. And then I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe and just kind of clean up my shape now. And then I'm going to take this Violet Voss glitter. This is in the shade Penelope, and I love this glitter, not only because it's beautiful, but my grandpa wanted to name me Penelope, so I feel partial to that name for sure. So I'm taking the Violet Voss glitter base, and I'm just kind of pressing that all over my lid. So with the flat shader brush, I'm just going to pack that on top of that Violet Voss glue. I love this glue. It holds up glitter so well. It keeps it from falling all day. Oh, I just love it. Next, I'm going to take this NYX Cosmetics Matte Black Liquid Liner just to do a nice cat wing. Simply, I would like to skip this, but I couldn't because my false lashes never stick well on top of glitter. I can never get them to stick well. I don't know what the trick is, but if I put a liquid liner down on top of the glitter before the lash glue, it always holds up a lot better. So that's what I tend to do. But again, you could totally skip this part. You could skip the lashes and just do mascara. It's totally your call. It's not necessary at all. And then for mascara, I'm going to take the Benefit They're Real mascara, and this is a really fancy version that has Swarovski crystals on the handle, so this was really fancy. Thank you, Benefit. And I'm just going to coat my lashes with this before our false lashes. I've also been waiting to do my bottom lashes until the end of the video, as you guys have suggested, because I always get makeup on them when I put on my foundation, you know what I'm saying. Alright, moving on to the face, I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer, and I'm going to prep my face with this. It's one of my favorites recently. It's like, yeah, probably my top primer right now. I'm obsessed with it. I think it fills it in so well, and the way it dries, it makes your skin matte, but it's like a comfortable matte. It's not like really like tightening and weird feeling, you know what I mean? And then for lashes, I'm going to take one of the new Violet Voss 3D lashes. These are the I Do Not Care, which I love. You guys know I love donuts, so these are kind of my favorite lashes right now. So I'm just going to pop those on really quickly. I was kind of mad because one tail of my lash was like popping off at the end of the video, and I totally didn't notice. That always happens to me. I never cut them enough for my eye like size. I always think my eyes are bigger than they are. So there's always like too much lash. Now for foundation, we're going to take the Maybelline Dream Velvet Foundation in the shade Nude with my Sigma Beauty F80 Kabuki brush. I haven't used this in a while. I was like, let me bust it out. And oh my gosh, you guys, I missed it so much. I'm so glad I picked it back up, especially for this Maybelline foundation. It's probably my favorite way of blending this foundation in. I think it works the best with the kind of gel matte formula that it is. I don't know. I just feel like it buffs it out really well because the foundation tends to dry really quickly. And next for concealer, I'm going to take the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Neutral, and I'm going to use this to brighten up my under eyes and also just for coverage. It really doesn't brighten me a ton because it's pretty much my skin tone, but I think the coverage is better than anything. It is a lot thicker, and some people have said it's a little too paint-like for them, but I kind of like it. So if you like a really full beat and you don't mind a heavier concealer, you would really like this one because it blends really nicely, and it's just so pigmented, you guys. I can't say enough about it. I really love it. And then I'm just blending that in with my Ricky Care 3D Beauty Sponge. You can buy this at rickysnyc.com, okay? rickysnyc.com. It's $10. I love it. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Palette, and I'm going to take the banana shade with this E58 cream color brush, and I'm just going to stipple this or kind of place this right underneath my eyes on top of that concealer. I know this looks like a lot of makeup. That's because it is a lot of makeup. It's the only way I can get my eyes to look so bright under there. And I'm just placing that down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, under my eyes, all your normal highlight points. And I'm going to blend it in with the Ricky Care NYC sponge again. And my sponge is damp, if you are wondering. That's why it looks so huge. It is wet. Now to set my under eye area and all the highlight spots and kind of bake that area, I'm going to take the AIRSPUN translucent powder. This is not the full coverage one or the double coverage. I can never remember what it is, but people often ask me. It's just the original translucent. I bought it on Amazon. And I'm just going to press that underneath my eyes and then also on my nose again, like I said, and on my forehead. And we're going to let that set for about 5 minutes and let it fully bake. And what this does is just brighten the areas, and it also keeps your concealer from creasing all day. It's just, I really like how it seals in my makeup. Now after letting that set, I'm going to take the Sigma Beauty F86 tapered blending brush, and I'm just going to dust off all that translucent powder. And as you can see, it kind of leaves more of like a white cast underneath your eyes. And I don't really ever notice it in photography. There was one particular picture that I noticed it one time, but I thought maybe because it was when I just started using the product that I could have used too much. Ever since I've gotten a better hang of using it, it really doesn't show up in pictures anymore, so I really like it. And then just really quickly, I'm going to punch a little bit underneath my contour there. It kind of helps me like keep a guide when I'm kind of like finding my contour space, because not to be weird, but my face has changed since I lost weight, so I'm honestly like relearning how to do my contour, and sometimes I have to set a little guide up for myself because my cheekbones are not where they used to be, you know what I mean? They had a little bit more like layers to get through, I guess, so they're a lot more defined now, and I'm realizing I don't have to get so carried away with my contour like I used to. Gosh, you guys, and I love this brush, Sigma F23 Soft Angled Gold Contour Brush. It's amazing. I do believe it's back in stock if you haven't checked it out already. It just takes all the work out of it for you. And then I'm also going to do a little contouring on my nose. I'm going to take the Sombre shade from the Kat Von D palette again and just kind of run that along the edges of my nose. This is a Royal and Langnickel brush, but I couldn't find the model name. My internet was being slow, so I apologize. Okay, now real quick, we're going to dust off all that translucent powder with the Real Techniques powder brush. I love this brush. It's just really big and like fast. And then I'm going to follow up on my bottom lashes with the Benefit They're Real mascara, which I always love on my bottom lashes. Doesn't it make them look like so long and like separated? I love it. Now taking one of my favorite liners in the world, this is the Too Faced Cosmetics Bulletproof Blackout Liner. It is amazing. 24-hour bulletproof or something, I don't know. But it is crazy, you guys. It lasts so long. Like, people sleep on this liner, but it is the bomb.com. I always turn girls onto it, and then they, like, are obsessed with it. Plus, it's, like, really fat, so I feel like you get a lot of liner. You know what I mean? It's going to last you a while. And then just to kind of soften out that line, because I didn't want it to be too harsh and sharp, I just took a dry little liner brush and kind of just ran over it and smudged it out. Lastly, for the face, we need to take a little bit of blush. This is Makeup Geek's Spellbound. It's a really pretty, like, just light peony pink, I guess I would describe it, but Every pink kind of turns like hot pink on me. I don't know why. Everything just always kind of ends up bright pink, so that's just kind of what it looks like on me. And then I like to follow up with that Real Techniques powder brush, and I kind of just run over my contour and my blush really quickly to blend any harsh lines out if there's too much pigment. And lastly, for the lips, I'm so excited to finally be using the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Cosmetics Lumiere 2 lip. So first I'm going to use the Essence in the Nude lip liner and shape my lips with that. I couldn't find my Lumiere 2 lip liner, so I thought I would just use a neutral, just basic nude because I was going to be covering it up anyway. And then grabbing Lumiere 2 again. Oh my gosh, you guys, isn't it beautiful? And I really do think it's as close as it could be to the original Lumiere. And also, I do have to say, I think the formula is improved. I know I've heard rumors that they've worked on the formula. I gotta say, this might be my favorite formula yet. Absolutely no cracking. And I just loved how it settled and dried. It was beautiful.
Hey fam, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm so freaking excited. Today we're finally going to be getting into my